Damn, better go live. I'm late. I'm too busy watching the live stuff coming through from the Vatican, where their conclave has begun, and they are waiting. I just turned the volume down for this. There's no smoke. Still no smoke as yet. Still no smoke as yet. I'll just go turn that down. I'll keep that on a different page. So yeah, interesting scenes at the Vatican. Sitting watching a chimney, waiting for anything to happen. I always find these things interesting. No, I'll turn that down. Just tune in to see if there's any smoke in the background. It's not. I'm just trying to watch with if it's there's smoke in one of the pictures, but the one with the chimney, there's no smoke. Oh, there's smoke coming out the chimney. Black smoke. Black smoke. There's black smoke coming out the chimney of the Sistine Chapel in Rome. As live, indicating no pope has been elected this evening. No pope has been elected this evening. Black smoke has just came out the Sistine Chapel in Rome. So that's it. I'll be back to, I don't know if they'll be back tomorrow, is it? Don't know if they go away and have a sleep on it. And that's it. First vote, black smoke. Jesus, look at the amount of people. Look at the amount of people in St. Peter's Square. Wow. And it is black smoke. Anyway, enough of that. Welcome to the One Celtic Fans View. Is the sound alright? Yeah, the sound was perfect. Apologies for that. I was hoping that they were going to have the vote before we went, obviously, live. Yes, 4 votes tomorrow, but it's 4 votes. Wow. Brilliant. I can sit and watch the TV in peace tomorrow. Did you hear that? 4 votes tomorrow. I can sit and watch the telly in total peace. Brilliant. Having my cup of tea now. Anyway, talking about everything good. Brendan Rodgers and the Celtic team. Brendan Rodgers got a big task ahead of him over the next couple of games, and I think he's going to ring the changes. I noticed that Arne Engels has been getting a bit of a stick, but Callum McGregor's backed up Arne Engels. He said the 21-year-old midfielder who moved to Celtic Park on the final day of the summer transfer window from one of Germany's top flight and most highly rated youngsters was never going to be sold cheap by the Bundesliga outfit Augsburg. Celtic board backed their manager and pushed the boat out to get him for a record fee of £11 million, which everyone thought, wow, he must be a good player. When Callum McGregor first seen him, and he was always going to be a long-term replacement for Matt O'Reilly. When Callum McGregor first seen him, remember, McGregor said, yeah, there's a player in there. He's the real deal. And I'm going to back Callum McGregor, to be honest, when it comes to Arne Engels, rather than a lot of the people online that maybe play FIFA. Good evening, Kaiser. Good evening, Dave Morton. Good evening, everyone that's in the chat. Apologies if you've logged on and you've seen me watching the black smoke coming out of the Sistine Chapel in Rome. It's always good to get these things before the mainstream media start pumping out their narrative. But anyway, yeah, Matt O'Reilly left Celtic and came a young 20-year-old at the time, 20-year-old as his replacement. The fact that he had, I think he played against Borussia Dortmund, didn't he? when we got annihilated by them. But anyway, a debut goal against Hearts highlighted the expectations amongst the supporters. He did take a slight dip during that first half of the season in form, but 21-year-old, there's still lots to play for. McGregor said in the aftermath of the game against the South Koreans, he's such a young player. He's in his first season. He's been nominated for Young Player of the Year. It shows how well he's done. He comes with a mammoth price tag. Straight away, everyone forgets the fact that he is only 21 years old. And just in the building, sometimes you think he's way more than mature than he actually is. Callum McGregor went on to say, he's done amazing. He was excellent in the midfield three. And Paulo Bernardo's coming on to a game as well. I thought he was excellent. He can be really proud of his first season at Celtic as a Celtic player. I know it could be difficult for people coming into Celtic. There's no cutting them any slack. But both players have been really good. Arne Engels has been really good considering he's came with a big price tag. McGregor says, I don't need to protect him. I need to protect all the younger players. He's got a massive quality. He's got massive ability. He's got great temperament, and I like what he does. He said he scored 10 goals. That's a really good return for his first season at Celtic. Not many players come in from midfield and score 10 goals in the first season. He played 10 games in the Champions League. He's only going to get better, which is brilliant for us. For the first season to come in and settle the way he has, says Callum McGregor, we are really proud of him and we're happy what he's done. Massive that he's played 10 games in the Champions League, all these derby games, and he's been a part of this successful team who are hopefully going to finish at least 17 points clear. We have another final to play. We have already done the good part. The huge part is to go on and lift the trophy. All that experience will mean so much more when they come back in the summer. Even better for it. That was Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor talking about Arne Engels, who does get a bit of stick. Who does get quite a bit of stick from certain parts of the Celtic fans. Anyway, what changes? Hey Baz, you're simply the best. I'm certainly not depressed, that's for sure. With Brendan Rodgers and Celtic going into the final game of the season, what changes do you think that Brendan will make to the team? We had a look at the team this morning, and we had a look at the squad this morning and spoke about players that could potentially leave the club. And then we said we'd speak tonight about players that could get some game time between now and the end of the season. Now, when you look at young Johnny Kenny, he must be champing at the bit to get some game time. The fact that Daiz Maeda would have went back to Japan this week to give him time to be with his missus, considering she was either about to give birth or to give birth. Play Celtic are at Hearts in 2 days, at home to Hibernian, in 2 days, 18 hours, 50 minutes time to kick off. According to the Celtic website. Take on Hibernian at home. That's going to be a fantastic game because Hibernian have got a lot to play for. When you look at that game, we play their closest rivals, Aberdeen, on Wednesday night. And then the final game of the league season will be St Mirren at Celtic Park. I don't think the way that Brendan Rodgers has done it before is with the two, not the last game of the season, but I definitely think with Hibernian and Pittodrie, you'll see a little bit of the rest of the players that aren't getting regular starts definitely will get starts in these two games. Brendan Rodgers always likes to go into the last game of the season with the players that have done it for him. This is their day. This is their day to start the game, that final game of the season. But everything's got something to play for. And Celtic have definitely got everything to play for, because every single player in the squad is going to want to play in that Scottish Cup final to make history. Will James Forrest start in the Cup final? Could you imagine if James manages to score in the league? And talking about scoring in the league and then he scores in the final against Aberdeen, just to top off a fantastic season for James Forrest. Anyway, let's see who is all in the live chat tonight. Celtic Girls in. This live is better than Super Scoreboard. Lol. I should hope so. The chat's usually mental. And plus, you got if you logged on right at the beginning, you would have seen that the black smoke was pumping out the Sistine Chapel about 2 minutes after we went live. 2 minutes after we went live. So there's no Pope tonight has been voted. Let's do a poll. Should change my Bad's OnlyFans profile now. Yes, you should. You should. You can't have pegging Baz OnlyFans profile. You just no. It's just that's not even. It's not even funny. It's just wrong. Keep the team fit. Forrest will be the winner for the final. Super Scoreboard's deluded hands. Do you know the fact that Super Scoreboard? I love the fact that Super Scoreboard used to only be a West Coast thing. When you came from anywhere out with the Glasgow area, nobody listened to Super Scoreboard. And now that they've went and put it live onto YouTube, and obviously the rest of Scotland are now having to put up with their nonsense. It was great when you used to get other channels that would just put their stuff up to laugh at the deluded lot, but now you can hear them. Who cares fucking about them? This is all about Celtic tonight, and it's all about what Celtic can do over the next couple of weeks. What other... That camera's squinting, isn't it? What the fuck's going on in the studio tonight? Weird. Anyway, what changes? What players do you think in the comments? Joseph has got some sense in the chat. Hey, Baz. Players B play not fair. Young players getting change. I give Johnny Kenny a run. Maybe him plus as a 2 up front with Aramida. Still play with 1 or even the 2 wingers. I think at this point of the season, does Brendan Rodgers change it up that dramatically? I don't think he will. He's not going to go to. He's definitely not going to change the formation. 3 games before the final, he's definitely not going to change that. 3 games before the final, not a chance. Not a chance. No way. He might try and change. He'll change the squad up for the Aberdeen game. He'll definitely change the squad up for the Aberdeen game. And Aberdeen gave us 1,668 tickets for the Aberdeen game. I just hope, and I can't wait to watch the Aberdeen game next week, because if they do not have a full house at Pittodrie when we play them, yet they've managed to secure 20,000 tickets for the cup final and they've sold them out, I just think it's absolutely disgusting. Who cares? I actually just want to do them now. I just want to. It's that stage of the season. I just want to do them on both games just to show our supremacy. Gremlins, Baz. Gremlins? No, not at all. That's the pig here trying to. Racist. Okay, Baz, I'll change it. What about the one? The one Celtic fans you shower of shite ultras, or the OAP dating ultras. There's no dating about it. just call. Oh, dude. Jesus God. We should all get ultra badges. Somebody make some. I'm see. What is it? What's wrong with you? I'm live on YouTube. Go get your mum shut you in. Watch again tomorrow. The young players won't get a start because... Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Jesus, getting ran all over the place tonight again, aren't we? A lot of folk will be watching the football anyway, aren't they? Because what time does the Arsenal game start? It started 15 minutes into the Arsenal game, so you're not going to get a lot of people on tonight due to the fact that it's PSG nil, Arsenal nil. PSG are winning 1-0 on aggregate, so Arsenal need to win by 2 clear goals tonight to win the game. And after last night's game, it definitely looks like the Champions League. Well, could you imagine? And I said this a couple of weeks ago. What if Kieran Tierney, Lanky's gran, got a mention this morning? That, Lanky's gran got a mention this morning. The chat was mental this morning. It managed to keep me on for an hour, and I was looking through the chat, and it was just absolutely bonkers. So yeah, I'm not staying on for an hour tonight because everyone's going to be watching that game tonight. I've not got the telly through here anymore, so I can't even sit and watch it. Can't even do a watch along because I've not got the telly linked up. Tell them to stick their tickets. Yeah. Right, so what player... Yes, the finals priority. There's no even point, is there? There's like 100 people on. Anyway, players like Johnny Kenny will get some game time. I think that Yang will get some game time due to the fact that Jota's injured. I just hope that Yang's elbow is okay. Nico Kuhn, I wonder if he'll be rested again this weekend with the bruising on his knee. And then when you look at it, that's really about it. When it comes to it, will Mark Narowski get a run out to put himself in the shop window? Liam Scales keep him out of the team, and will Greg Taylor sign a new contract? We need a Baz watch alongs. Yeah, I know we do. I need to get the TV situation sorted back out in here. I could probably do it. I'm not doing it tonight. Quiet night, hump day, long. Yep. Has Maida's wife had the kid yet? No idea. Yeah, Bernardo that's Joe Pack. Yeah, Bernardo will get a shout. He's bound to get some game time. He's bound to get some game time. Surely. Alright. Matthias Witzgarden is making headlines tonight again. I can't see this deal. Now, Matthias was linked to a German team during the week. He's now been linked with an Italian team as well. He's had 25 goals this season, according to Bold. Serie A side Bologna. We'll be watching them this week. You know what will happen? We'll end up getting Kyogo back. Celtic are still in the case after being linked with them. Eintracht Frankfurt. The thing is, if his price tag just keeps on going up, and Celtic should have put, there was about 2 summers ago now, we were around about 400,000 short, and we could have got him then for I think it was 4.6 million, and we put in a bid for 4.2. They're now wanting 11 million for him. Celtic are just dragging their heels with this one. He's not coming to Celtic. No way. I don't think he's coming to Celtic. Sinisalo looked a nice little addition to the team. Opinionated Glaswegian, I think that he's been most wanted sausage. You think so, Baz? I think so. What? Johnny Kenny states a claim in the last few games. Yeah, he'll do that. I don't think that we need him. Maida's way better. I'm still saying wait till the summer, because if we have to sell Dyson Maeda now, when I say we have to sell him, if he doesn't sign a new contract, you have to look at all possibilities. And just going in a few seasons ago, right? Here's one for you. A few seasons ago, we said that if we keep a hold of Jota, if we keep a hold of Matt O'Reilly, and all the other players that we had at the time, and we added 2 or 3 real quality players to the playing squad, we would be a much better team. What happened that summer? We went out and we spent millions and millions on 9 players. Gustav Lagerbielke, Mark Norowski, Odom Ohm, just to name a few. And it's not what we needed. You know, rather than bringing quality, we just brought in numbers. And Brendan Rodgers went, that's just anyway. Some of the usernames are funny on here. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Celtic girl. 11 million for a player from a Scandinavian league is risky. People are already writing the wee man off because of the price tag. I think people will write the player off with the price tag in this country due to the fact that they need to be a special player. We still think of spending 5-6 million and getting in a Chris Sutton, do you know, a John Hartson. In the modern game, in 20 years ago, yes. 20 years ago, Celtic could spend 6 million and it was a lot of money and it got you a fantastic player. And you were paying them 25-30 grand a week. And that's what English teams were paying their players, 25-30 grand a week. So we could compete then. The issue now is, due to the finances of football and the deals that Sky have with the English game, the money side of it's completely changed. While Celtic are still a fantastically run club and profitable, they cannot afford to put out the kind of wages. I mean, look at it. Gustav Lagerbielke came in and got something like 15 grand a week at Celtic. Gustav Lagerbielke was getting 15 grand a week at Celtic. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I think Kenny will come on later. I don't know. Not too sure about that. Engels is worth every coin. The boy will be a superstar in my opinion. Yep, I think so as well. I think next year you're going to see a player that is he'll only be turning 22 the start of next season, and I think that he's going to completely rule the midfield. 650k for Larsson. Bring more of that. If only. The English are complaining about Saudi League as a joke. Yeah. This is true. 6 million is a Division 1 player in England. Yes, it is. It's a Division 1 player. All day long, and we're trying to compete with teams that are in the Champions League, and this is why we've got to bring in £11 million players that are only 21-year-old to make them better, because we know we could say. Ange Postecoglou said a thing about it when Ange was Celtic manager. He said, what's the difference between bringing in a player for 1 or 2 million and then selling them? Because at that time Celtic were like, well, if we can bring them in for 1 or 2 million and sell them for 10 million, that's a good piece of business. And Ange went, well, what's the difference between bringing in a player for 10 million to 15 million and selling them for 30 million? And it's obviously the wages, do you know what I mean? It's the wage thing. So, we'll see. Right, anyway, what time is it? It's 24 minutes past. I'm going to stay on for another 5 minutes. Looking at France and Asia. Is the French market still a good market? I'm not being funny, but and I'm not saying it just because I stay here, but there's some fantastic players in Spain at a young level. Fantastic players. But I just don't know if we can get them. Scout Africa right up and all. Yeah, I think the issue with the African teams is a lot of them will go to France first because it's easier for them to get into France than it is other countries, realistically. Let me see the Arsenal score. It's still 0-0 with Arsenal. Let me just see the teams. Is Kieran Tierney started? Lineups? Nope. Kieran Tierney has not started. He's on the bench. The number 3 for Arsenal is on the bench. Well, I'll let you in a minute. 2 minutes. 4 minutes to go. Kieran Tierney is on the bench. If Arsenal do manage to win this game, and I did say it about a month ago, I reckon that Kieran Tierney could come back to Celtic as a Champions League winner. If it comes true, Jesus. Mark says he was going to mention Africa. Spain has group football athletes. When you look at the youthfulness of the Barcelona team the other night, look how young the players are that are coming through. Spain does something completely different. I mean, even the local team here, where I stay, the local team, you see the young guys out training, and you're like, they're going to be no bad players. And then one of the young lads from the town that I stay in just now, he got called up to the under-21s for Spain, and he made his debut for the under-21s for Spain. That just shows you there is some cracking players from crazy little villages in and around Spain. Can't see Arsenal winning this tonight. Poor Doug needs a pee, but it's freedom. It's wanting food. It's wanting food. Anyway, Celtic rumours. Not a lot kicking around tonight regarding Celtic. There's a few for the other club across the city, but who cares about them? You can tell there's not a lot going on because Derek Boyata is getting more press, more Celtic media than he really needs to be getting, to be honest. Than he really needs to be getting. Victor Wanyama. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. Dunfermline have admitted that they're in talks with Victor Wanyama, Mad Vic, to extend his contract at Dunfermline, which means Neil Lennon will be extending his contract, which also means that I think that Scott Bain will leave Celtic this summer and go to Dunfermline to get some game time. Off the pitch, uncertainty remains over the future of Neil Lennon. The Celtic boss was brought in late in the campaign on a short-term basis, yet to clarify his intentions beyond the summer, leaving the club facing key decisions on multiple levels. If Dunfermline can secure both Victor and Neil, it would be a strong signal of intent as they look to push further up the championship table next season. Massive for the old Fife club, massive, and it's good to see them going to that extent. I don't know who owns them now, but anyway, Arsenal need 3 goals, no chance. That's it, done and dusted. It's 2-0, 2-0 on aggregate. Arsenal are never winning in Paris, not a chance. Oh well, there goes the dream, Kieran Tierney. Just send him up the road to now, Arsenal. Never mind waiting to the end of the season. Just send Kieran up the road now. I'm not even going to put that game on. Not even going to put it on. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for the night. Most wanted sausage. Jesus, what are you talking about? Mikey says Arsenal need 3 goals, so there's no chance. Yep, I'm going to have to get the telly sorted up in here so we can do some watch-alongs. Not that there's any football on after the next couple of weeks, but it'll be good to have for next season. I think that's something we might start next season. What? Could have been 3 in the first 10 minutes. There's no point watching it then, is there? Stephen Johnson says it's still 0-0. Stephen, your tell is way behind. Unless they've had the goal chopped off. Hoopy Down says, night all, happy peg and buzz. See you on OnlyFans. I'd probably make more money on OnlyFans than I would this, being perfectly honest. In fact, I know I would, because there's that many deviants out there. Anyway, on that note, have an absolutely fantastic night. I'm not looking forward to this number getting to, when this changes to, I hope it does it during the night, 21,000 devil number. I hope it flies past it during the night. Anyway, on that note, have a fantastic evening, wherever you are, all around the world. Comments are just unbelievable. I have no idea what's wrong with you lot sometimes.